Here. Welcome back. You are now going to be watching our SEO series, video number 2. It's on Frequently Asked Questions SEO Guide.
What I emphasize as well, there are many tools that will do keyword research. A lot of them are paid services, of course, except the Google keyword tool, which is for Google advertising partners. This is the chart of what keyword research entails. You'll notice single word keywords have very high search frequency, but they're extremely competitive and will cost quite a lot of money to compete for on the search engine results page. And that's where we get further down this tail and into what we consider the long tail, that keywords that consist of 3, 4, 5 or more. And of course, the further you go down the tail, the search frequency gets lower. It's easier to rank for the long tail keywords because there's a lot less competition. However, if you build enough of these long tail keywords and target these strong keyword phrases, it is very easy to rank highly for these phrases afterwards. The next thing we do is we have to, before we do our keyword research perhaps, if you already have a domain, if you already have a niche that you know, after your keyword research you need to develop your site architecture. Key thing to understand is that Google does not rank websites. Instead they rank pages, and they have their own algorithms to determine how they rank it. But this one is going to be the root of your domain. And the root of your domain is going to have something called tier 1 or tier 2, tier 3 pages. And how you will organize it, you have to organize in such a way that it's both logical to your readers as well as to the search engines. That's why we have something like this, where a page has links internally as well as externally, and they all link back and forth back to the main domain. And this is what is important, because the more the keywords you see down here, these are probably 3, 4, 5 or 6 keyword focused pages, and they all link back to the parent page, who all link back to the parent page, and who all link back to the main root domain. And this is how you build up your rank. This is an ongoing process. This takes quite a bit of research. It takes quite a bit of time. You can automate this, you can outsource this, but keep in mind this is the kind of structure that the search engines are looking for. Of course, having this planned out before you design your site, before you populate your site with content, makes a lot of sense. It'll save you a lot of time. Following the site architecture, what we're going to do is we're going to do in-page optimization. As you've already read in the ebook, you have to optimize your URL, you have to optimize your meta descriptions, you have to optimize the page title, you have to have an image with the file name, the keyword focus file name, you have to have the image's alt tag with the keyword focus name, the body text should have an appropriate keyword density, you should include page headings of H1, H2 and H3, once again the image ALT attributes. Don't forget also that keywords should also be bolded, italicized and underlined, and that's what the search engines are looking for. Once we've developed our page site, once we've gotten a few pieces of content and they're all linking to each other, what we need to do is work on the process of link building, or sometimes known as getting backlinks, which are one-way links from other blogs or comments or something else. And there is a variety of ways to do this. You can release press releases, you can submit to article directories, you can do link baiting, and you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Some of this stuff is white hat tactics, some of it is considered black hat tactics, and you can see for yourself which way you want to do it, which way is a little bit easier for you. And finally we come to SEO tactics. Here again is white hat as well as black hat tactics, and you will see where you want to fit into and how you want to proceed with your link building strategy. And finally, of course, we come to link baiting and social media, whether Facebook, Twitter, Dig, Blogger, StumbleUpon, and more. There are lots of social media sites out there. How relevant they are to your content it really depends. Of course, the search engines can change their algorithms at any time, so be prepared to always constantly update it. And essentially that's what SEO is. It's always having relevant content, updated content, timely content for your visitors. And of course, if the search engines see that, they know that your site is of value, your pages provide value, and thus your domain and your niche will get ranked very highly. One thing to note between SEO versus PPC is even though it's pay-per-click, SEO is not really free. You do have to pay a lot of money or spend a lot of time to build up your ranking. So in one sense, none of these services are free. In another sense, the rankings that you get are free, quote unquote. You'll notice from a typical web search result, the top area in red right now and to the right, these are all paid advertisements, and that's pay-per-click. Over here is the organic search results, and that's where you want to be. That's what the SEO process is. According to these graphics here, most visitors search for the organic traffic. It's very rare, or at least 1/4 of the time they actually will click on the paid traffic. Now the return on SEO versus PPC is what I think is important. Just under 40% of SEO campaigns achieve returns in excess of 500%, and that's the data from DataDial. And out of all the PPC campaigns, 22%, a quarter of them, achieve returns of 500%. So SEO is really well worth your time. It's worth your effort, and sometimes it can be worth your money. It's up to you to decide how you're going to do it, but this is just a grand overview of the SEO process.
Okay, that'll wrap it up for video number 2 in our SEO series. Stay tuned for video number 3, and always remember, freedom is a powerful force, so mentor the pro in you.